Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the general ability paper, and there are two sets present in this of computer science batch GATE 2021. So let us start. The first sum. Details of prices of two items P and Q are presented in the above table. The ratio of the ratio of cost of item P to cost of item Q is 3:4. So this ratio would be 3:4. There is a slight misprint here in the exam paper. This was 5,400. The extra zero has inadvertently fallen there. Well, discount is calculated as the difference between the marked price and the selling price, which is normal. The profit percentage is calculated as the ratio of the difference between the selling price and the cost to that of the cost, which is also very normal. They have asked you, find the discount on item Q as a percentage of its marked price. Well, as soon as I know that the cost of P is 5,400 and the cost of P and cost of Q is in a ratio of 3:4, so my first endeavor will be to find out Q. So what will be the cost of Q? Very simply, 5,400 divided by 3 into 4. So this would be 1,800, and 1,800 into 4 is 7,200. So I will immediately write down the cost of Q, that is 7,200 rupees. Now we know that a profit of 25% has been made. Profit is calculated on the cost price. So immediately I can endeavor to find out the selling price of item Q. So that would be 7,200 into, there is a 25% profit. So 125 by 100, which can be cancelled to form 5 by 4. And this goes by 1800. So basically it is 9,000 rupees. Now I know that the selling price is 9,000 and the marked price is given as 10,000. So what is the discount that has been provided on item Q? The discount provided is 1,000 rupees only. They have asked me to find the discount as a percentage of its marked price. So I will say the percentage value would be discount divided by the marked price multiplied by 100, which gives us, as we can see, 10%. So 10% is our answer, and option B is the correct option. Okay. Given below are two statements 1 and 2 and two conclusions 1 and 2. Statement 1, all bacteria are microorganisms. So as you can see, all bacteria are microorganisms can be expressed in the Venn diagram form like this, and there can also be another form where this is microorganisms and this is bacteria. Statement 2, all pathogens are microorganisms. So we can say that, you see, these are microorganisms, these are pathogens, and likewise this is microorganisms, these are pathogens. Now we need to combine all of them. Now we will select for combination only the most effective one, and very naturally it can be seen that these two, if combined, will provide us with almost all the cases. So if we combine them, you see what can happen. Well, the first case can be, you see, these are bacteria and these are pathogens, well, these are microorganisms. This can be a probable case. Well, this can also be a probable case where these are bacteria and these are pathogens. There can also be a probable case in microorganisms. These are bacteria and these are pathogens. Can be highly possible. And likewise, there can also be another condition where these are pathogens and these are bacteria. So all these four cases are valid. So let us now see the conclusions. See, conclusion 1 has said some pathogens are bacteria. Let us check. Some pathogens are bacteria is wrong here, even though it is right in all the other cases. By the way, some can be 100%. So this is also correct. Some pathogens are bacteria. Okay. But any one wrong indicates that the conclusion as a totality will always be wrong. Let us go on to the next one. All pathogens are not bacteria. See, all pathogens are not bacteria is absolutely correct here. All pathogens are not bacteria is absolutely correct here. All pathogens are not bacteria is absolutely correct here. But in this case, all pathogens are not bacteria is wrong because all pathogens are indeed bacteria. So one mistake, one wrong, one not satisfactory criteria, then the whole conclusion is wrong. So this is also wrong. So I will say that neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 is correct. And hence I will take. Let's go to the next. There are 5 bags, each containing identical sets of 10 distinct chocolates. 10 distinct chocolates. Let us suppose A, B, C, D, till J. So all of them are distinct. Now these 10 distinct chocolates are found in bag 1, found in bag 2, found in bag 3, and so on and so forth in all the bags. They have seen one chocolate is picked from each bag. Well, the question hasn't, by chance, has not been printed. So let me write down the question that was there in GATE. The question was, find the probability. Find the probability that at least two chocolates, that at least two chocolates were identical. This was the question. Find the probability that at least two chocolates were identical. So how can we find that? We all know probability is nothing but favorable outcome by total possible number of outcomes. Now, what is the probability that has been asked for us to find? The probability is at least two are identical. This is the probability. Now, what does at least two mean? At least two means that you see 2 is correct, 3 chocolates identical is correct, 4 chocolates identical is okay, 5 chocolates identical is also okay. Now in this sum it cannot be more than 5 because the number of bags are 5 itself. So it can't be more than 5. So all of these cases are okay. But to find this out directly, then I will have to find out first probability that 2 chocolates are identical. Then probability that 3 chocolates are identical. Likewise, I will have to find out 4 cases, which can be a pretty lengthy thing, and you shouldn't provide that much time for each question of general ability in GATE. So what should you do? Immediately in my mind will come that, okay, which is not applicable here? The only condition that is not applicable here is none are identical. None are identical. This is not applicable here. So my aim will immediately be, let us find the probability that none are identical. So how will I do that? Once again, favorable outcome by total outcome. So what is the total outcome? Now you see, I am picking up one chocolate from each of the bags. So from the first bag, I can pick it up in 10 C1 ways. From the second bag also, I can pick it up in 10 C1 ways. Third bag also the same. Fourth and fifth also the same. But this is a simultaneous activity, so the multiplication of all of them will result. So the total outcome would be nothing but 10 C1 to the power 5, which basically is nothing but 10 to the power 5. So the total outcome is 10 to the power 5. Now what about the favorable outcome? Mind it, I am finding the probability that none of them are identical. So to assure that none of my picked ones are identical, from the first bag, out of the 10, I will pick up any one. Then from the second bag, I will ensure that that chocolate is not in my choice list of pickups. So I will pick up one chocolate from the other 9 types present, and that I can do in 9 C1 ways. In the third bag, I will ensure that neither the type of the first bag, neither the type that I chose from the second bag are in my option list. So I will select from the 8 chocolates left. Likewise, from the fourth bag, it will be 7 C1, and from the fifth bag, it should be 6 C1. I will multiply all of them because it's a simultaneous activity, and my favorable outcome would be 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6. Now 6 sevens are 42. 42 into 8s are 336. 336 into 9 would be 4230. 3024, and into 10 would be this. So this would be my favorable outcome. So therefore the probability that none of them is identical would be 30240 divided by 10 to the power 5. But in the question they have asked me the probability that at least 2 are identical. This has been asked for. So I will say that the probability that at least 2 are identical must be nothing but, since there is no other case apart from at least 2 are identical and none are identical. Since there is no other case, so it will be 1 minus 30240 divided by 10 to the power 5, which would be 0, 6, 7, 9, 6. So 69760 divided by 10 to the power 5, which is equal to 0.12345. Yes, so 6976. So this is my answer. So in my option, I will find that this is the right one. I presume there is a slight misprinting here. Oh no, this is absolutely correct. 6976. No. So it's absolutely okay. So this is my correct answer. Okay. Consider the following sentences. Everybody in the class is prepared for the exam. Babu invited Danish to his home because he enjoys playing chess. One extra S. Which of the following is the correct observation about the above two sentences? See, it has been from the options you can find that the first sentence you will have to comment about the grammatical correctness, and in the second statement you will have to comment about whether it is ambiguous or unambiguous. That is my option, that is my choice. So see, everybody in the class is prepared for the exam is a perfectly grammatically correct sentence. Absolutely perfect. Now let us go on to the second one. Babu invited Danish to his home because he, now here this he is a matter of ambiguity. Because whom does this he mean? This he could have meant Babu himself, or else this he could have meant Danish. Both of them could be correct, but there is an ambiguity because the clear meaning is not projected. So I will say that this sentence is absolutely ambiguous. Okay, so unambiguous it is not. So I will search for which option gives me correct. That sentence number 1 is grammatically correct. Sentence number 2 is ambiguous, means the meaning is not clear properly. So that would be C, and this would be the correct option. Ratio of boys to girls in a class is 7 is to 3. Among the options below, an acceptable value for the total number of students in the class is how much? Now you see, if the boys is to girls is 7 is to 3, we can say now that boys will be 7 by 10 of total students, and we can say that girls will be 3 by 10 of total students. Now, one thing we must understand that boys and girls can't be made into a fraction. I mean, have you ever heard of half a boy, one third of a girl? I mean, that's not possible, right? So, the total number of students must be some value which must be a multiple of 10, because if only it is a multiple of 10, then and then only the boys and girls can be of integral values. So let us search the options. See, amongst this we find that this only has a multiple of 10, is a multiple of 10. So we can say an acceptable value for the total number of students in the class is definitely 50. So that's our correct option. We have two rectangular sheets of paper, M and N, of dimension 6 centimeter into 1 centimeter each. Okay, see, let us just draw them a bit. This is one of them. See, this is 6, this is 1. Let us suppose this is sheet M. Okay, and sheet N is the same type. Okay, now sheet M is rolled to form an open cylinder by bringing the short edges. So these are the short edges. By bringing the short edges together. Okay, let us do it. See, this will be the look of our cylinder. See, the short edges have been brought together. And this is the cylinder. We must understand that the height of the cylinder remains 1. Okay. Sheet N is cut into equal square patches and assembled to form the largest possible closed cube. Now we all know that a cube has 6 faces, and all of these faces are squares. Naturally, I must divide this into 6 parts, each of them being a square. I mind it, largest possible closed cube. So the dimensions must be the maximum possible that can happen. So the best way to divide that is, as we can see, like this. Divide it into 6 equal parts. So each of them will be 1, right? 6 by 6 is 1. This also will be 1. And at this side will be 1. So we have 6 squares, you see, all of them of the dimension of 1 into 1. So from this we can jolly well make up a cube like this, having the dimensions of 1 1 1, that means length is 1, breadth is 1, and height is also 1. Okay. Now they have asked, assuming the ends of the cylinder are closed, find the ratio of the volume of the cylinder to that of a cube. We know that the volume of a cylinder is given by pi r square h, and that of a cube is given by a cube, where a is the side of the cube. Now here the radius needs to be found out. To find that out, see, if the upper surface of the cylinder is seen like this from the top, then this circumference must be this 6. This 6 must be the circumference. There is the radius r that we talked of. Now we know that the circumference of a circle of radius r is given by 2 pi r, and hence here 2 pi r is equal to 6. Now as a result of that, we can say that r is equal to 3 by pi. So let us substitute for the volume. So the volume would be pi into 3 by pi whole square, that is 9 by pi square, and h is 1, so that is 1. So the result would be 9 by pi. This is the volume of the cylinder. Now for the cube, the volume of the cube is a cube, which is equal to 1 cube, that is equal to 1 cubic centimeter, and this also of course cubic centimeter. So they have asked you the ratio of the volume of cylinder to that of the cube. So that would be 9 by pi divided by 1. This is the ratio. 9 by pi divided by 1. That is equal to 9 by pi itself. So I will say option D is the correct option. A polygon is convex if for every pair of points P and Q belonging to the polygon, the line segment PQ lies completely inside or on the polygon. So which of the following is not a convex polygon? Well, let us take this trapezium sort of structure first. Suppose this is P and this is Q. Okay. In that case, you see the line joining PQ will lie on the polygon. If perchance this was P and this was Q, then you see the line joining PQ will lie inside the polygon. And whichever point vertices you take P or Q in, such will be the case. So this is definitely a convex polygon. See, this is a squarish or rectangulish side substance. So even if we take P and Q here, you see it lies on the polygon. If we take P and Q like this, it lies inside the polygon. So whichever point you choose P and Q as, you see it will either lie on or inside the polygon. Same for the triangle. This is the shortest form of polygon possible. So wherever you place P and Q, it will lie only on the polygon. It cannot lie inside. Okay. So on the polygon. So all of these are convexes. But let us take this figure. If this were P and this were Q, see the line joining P and Q would go outside the polygon. Hence, this definitely is not a convex polygon, and this would be my correct option. For this question, dash is to surgery as a writer is to dash. Clearly, it is very apparent that the only possible combination is doctor is to surgery as the writer is to book. This option. None of the others are, comes even near to this regarding its applicability. So that is the answer. A circular sheet of paper is folded along the lines in the directions shown. So see, first this half is folded over this, then it's quartered, and then you do some cuttings like this. The paper, after being punched in the final folded state, is as shown, is unfolded in the reverse order of folding. Is unfolded in the reverse order. Will look like which one? Now from the third figure we can say if it is totally unfolded, there will be a circle at the center. Now this cut is a slightly deeper cut. So this, there will be a deeper sort of a cut like this, because this will come on that side also. So I mean symmetrical. And since this comes on this side also, so that deep cut will also be present on this side too. Now this is a relatively smaller cut. So this smaller cut will be present like this here. And because this will unfold like this also, so the smaller cut will also be present here. So the final paper on being unfolded would look somewhat like this. And the option which matches that is A. So obviously A will be the correct answer to this question. Some people suggest anti-obesity measures, AOM, such as displaying calorie information in restaurant menus. This will be a full stop actually, or else the sentence loses its meaning. Some people suggest anti-obesity measures such as displaying calorie information in restaurant menus. Such measures sidestep addressing the core problem that cause obesity, which are poverty and income inequality. Which one of the following statements summarizes the passage? Let us check. The first one says AOM are addressing the core problems and are likely to succeed. Well, it has been very clearly said that AOM sidestep addressing the core problem. Sidestepping means avoiding. So they avoid addressing the core problem. So this will definitely be wrong. See the next one. If obesity reduces, poverty will naturally reduce. But here it has been said that poverty is the reason for obesity. So here they are saying in the option the opposite, obesity is the reason for poverty, which is entirely wrong. Number C, the proposed AOM addresses the core problems that cause obesity. Once again, a repetition of statement A. I mean, here it is saying they address the core problems, whereas in the actual statement, it has been said that they sidestep addressing the core problem. So this is wrong. Now the fourth statement, AOMs are addressing the problem superficially. Superficially means on the surface. They are not going to the core. So naturally that is the question, because you see they are avoiding addressing the core problem. They are addressing the problem superficially. So I will say that the fourth option is the correct one. Right? Thank you so much.